After an easy win at Golden State, the C's were now in Denver. With a few hours to kill before morning shoot-around, many of them used the time to catch up on their lives.
When we first came in, we was on the other side of that wall. And now we're on the back side.
How many bedrooms?
This one has 3. But it can be made to have 4.
Was that the master bedroom?
Master bed. Very, very big.
The Nuggets were finishing up their shoot-around. They had just traded their superstar, Carmelo Anthony, to the New York Knicks. Denver's new additions would be making their debut against the Celtics. But Boston felt little need to make adjustments.
We played the Knicks. We know who they are. And we played these guys once, so we know who they are. It doesn't matter. We're going to run our same defense. Anyway, it's not like we're going to change our defense. We'll never change our defense.
The Celtics' game plan was set, but there was an uneasy feeling in the gym. The trade deadline was only hours away. Regardless of status on the team or in the league, it's an anxious time for every NBA player.
That's probably the most difficult thing about this business. You know, you're usually happy when things don't happen and you let it pass.
Every hour counts when you get close to the deadline, and it's like, man, you know, hopefully it's not me, because, you know, you develop a relationship with a bunch of guys and it kind of don't follow through.
The Celtics did some deals today, and they're, you know, an elite team. What's going on with Boston?
Celtics moving a core contributor in Kendrick Perkins to Oklahoma City.
He's a guy who I think if had been healthy last year, they win the NBA Finals.
I totally agree.
I've heard the Celtics talk for 2 years about if we had our starters intact and healthy. And now it seems they can do that because Kendrick Perkins is healthy and back in the lineup, and then they ship Perkins out.
Included in Perkins' carry-on is Nate Robinson, who tweeted, quote, "Wowzers."
The NBA is a business, so you can't be mad.
You a little surprised, though?
Huh?
You a little surprised, though?
No, I would never be surprised about anything. Not especially not in the league, especially with the trades and everybody else is doing. Can't be surprised, can't be too surprised. You know, with Perk, he's taking it pretty hard because, you know, he's been here 8 years. You know, he was really emotional, crying. You know, I mean, I felt bad for him. You know, he's a soft giant, man. He has a good heart. He's a good person. I told him he's not alone. We're going there together.
Nate Robinson seemed ready to move on. But as the game against the Nuggets approached, the shock of the trade was just beginning to sink in.
We traded a player, but we traded one of our family members. You just don't get by that. You don't just wipe that away and go play basketball. Well, we have to tonight anyway, and I have no idea how we'll be. Game the right way. Trust, 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 trust.
So difficult as a teammate. You know, these are guys you spend every day with, you eat every meal with, and you become so close with, and all of a sudden, that's it. They're gone, and it's really shocking.
The Nuggets handing the Celtics one of their worst losses of the year. A very long day's journey into night.
It's a tough day.
You got to dig deep. There's no words that can really describe the emotion that you feel, but I know he was, you know, he's Perkins, a tough guy. And, he was very emotional, you know, like he couldn't get the words out that he needed to get out. But
people underrate what chemistry brings. You know, this is one of the tightest units, one of the most together teams that you could probably think of, especially since we've been together for so many years. We hope Danny and Doc know what they're doing.
I've been in this business a long time, and that was the toughest one for me by far, for me and Perk. You know, it's funny, I don't know if we looked at it in the basketball terms. We almost looked at it in the father-son, in the relationship terms.
It's the signature of what you were and you stood by. And now you go into Boston, the defensive prowess isn't there.
I was just getting to my room, got a call from my agent, said that the deal was done. You know, it was very shocking to me. So, you know, once I found it was done, I, you know, kind of broke down in tears. It's just a love, you know, it's a genuine love for each other. I don't know. I don't consider these guys as teammates. I consider these guys as brothers. You know, I don't consider the coaches as coaches. I consider them as fathers to me. You know, I'm just happy that I had a chance to play with Hall of Famers and being a part of the Celtic history.